Alright, welcome back to... I've lost count of how many nights this is of Pokémon Legends Z through A. But we are still going strong, and I just realized that it's still night, and I don't have a Challenger's ticket, so even though it's going to be dawn in just a few minutes, I'm going to have to go through and try to earn just a few more points before we move on to the next part. Okay, Charizard, I don't know what you were doing, but you were definitely not hitting. So yeah, I think that we're talking in chat a little bit about my Pokemon Red, Mega Evolved Pokemon. Yeah, I can do that. Talking in chat a little bit about my Pokemon Red stuff that I got going on. And saying that I think that my best option for getting Zapdos in there, good Thunder Chunk Sucker Punch, is going to be to just get my Snorlax up a couple of levels. Get my Snorlax up just a couple of levels so that it can learn Body Slam, and then hope for that 30% paralysis to affect Zapdos. Another thing I need to be aware of is that Zapdos, despite being a electric type, can actually be paralyzed by... Ooh, is that a Lopunny? It is. It can actually be paralyzed by Thunder Wave, because they didn't make electric types unable to be paralyzed by Thunder Wave until, like, Gen 6. All of the Magnetons that I've caught in there are just a little bit too low level to have that move, but... Oh yeah, give me your money. This is a stick-up. Your money or your balls. Why am I sneaking in all these when I could just, like, literally run up to these guys and attack? Oh, you've got one more. Yep, that's a familiar-looking Charizard. That reminds me, I got a video that I want to start working on. I just started outlining it yesterday about different types of evolutionary mimicry in Pokemon. Because I realized that, or I was looking at Charizard and at Dragonite and thinking, yeah, they kind of look similar. They've got the same basic... Oh, can I actually get another last one in here, or is it going to turn into Dawn in the middle of the fight? Charizard and Dragonite, they have, like, similar body types and coloration and everything. And it occurred to me that that could actually be an evolutionary advantage for Dragonite. By looking like Charizard, by looking like a fire type, it would appear to predators, or to opponents at least, as being something that isn't weak to ice. Oh no, not so much convergent evolution. It would be. I was actually looking at it and thinking that it would be an example of Batesian mimicry, which is where a species looks similar to another species, uh, or more accurately, where a harmless species looks similar to a predatory or noxious species in order to um, repel predators. So the classic example for a long time was viceroy butterflies, which look very similar to monarch butterflies. They're almost indistinguishable if you're not familiar with both of them. But monarch butterflies, they're bright orange in order to warn birds not to eat them because they taste terrible. It's from all the milkweed, I think. So the idea was that viceroys look like monarchs, and therefore birds that know not to eat monarchs will not eat viceroys because they'll assume that they taste exactly the same. It turns out that that's actually a different kind of mimeism, because viceroys are also really noxious and a little bit toxic. Oh gosh. Squeezing Pokemon for 20 cherry berries, 5 tomato berries, and 5 occa berries. That's a lot of berries. What are you offering here for that? Oh my gosh. 20 cherry, 5 tomato, and 5 occa. You better be paying me really good for these. And that poor Spritzie's like, why are you doing that? I don't want all those. I don't have enough occa berries. You know, one of the things I actually really miss from older Pokemon games is being able to grow berries. Like, I think that it was actually a significant downgrade to make all of the berries, like, so that you can only find them laying around. And here's the reason, like, right here, this lady wants this many occa berries. So I'm stuck running around the city looking for occa berries versus planting a small orchard of them and harvesting all the occa berries she needs the next day. This is important also for like the competitive berries, like the ones like the lumberry and the citrus berry that some Pokemon actually use in combat. But it's also really a big deal when you're talking about training Pokemon. You had all the different berries that actually could be used to decrease effort values on your Pokemon, for example. Oh hey, hey, this Furfru kept its clothes in the in the box. That's new. They did not used to do that. It used to be you'd put your Pokemon in the box like that, your Furfrou, you'd put it away, and it would immediately lose its whole styling thing. Which made it virtually impossible to actually collect all the different Furfrou styles. I think it actually made it actually impossible to collect them all. Bug poison, not flying. Weird. I thought that I had. I'm pretty sure that I had a decently leveled Pidgeot in here. Black Helm's telling me that he doesn't miss the gardens. Well, I do. You know, I liked being able to stockpile all the anti-vitamin berries so that when it came time to actually use them, I'd have several hundred in stock. And even if you couldn't find them, I'm pretty sure that in most of the games at least, they didn't like rot off of the vine or anything. I'm pretty sure that they just stayed ready until you were ready to go and get them. Use takedown! Okay, there's a little bit flying. This poor chunky Dragonite, he wants to fly, but he's just like running instead. Flying is not worth the effort. I remember the sky battles. I remember I only remember there being maybe 3 or 4 sky battles in the entire region worth of games. I don't know what that Pikachu is doing there. I think it's out of place. Oh, Black Helm, if you're interested, I know that you're very, very busy, but if you're interested, there should be... Ooh, I see a purple thing over there. I'm interested in that. I believe there's a VGC Cup at the local game store this weekend. And I think the Pokemon Company... How to get up there? I think the Pokemon Company also actually provided prize support for it this time. This is where all the bunnies hang out. Right now, it looks like the way up there might be to jump off that building. Hi, Ralphs. Not pride support, prize support. So the Pokemon Company, when we do a trading card game event, a trading card game championship or something, the Pokemon Company provides prize support. They provide prizes. Uh, the bigger tournaments actually get like a new playmat to play on that's unique to that says that you're the champion or something. But they really haven't provided much prize support. Woohoo! Got it! They really haven't provided any prize support for video game or Go championships. And we've been making an issue out of it for a little while. Because, like, what's the point of showing up? You get a couple of points towards your World Championship invitation, but we're all on an island in the middle of the ocean, you know. Nobody actually gets to earn enough points to get a World Championship invitation unless they're traveling all over the country to earn a whole bunch of points. Oh, barnacles. Let's just wash them away. And prize support for the video game is a little bit tricky because, like, if all of the Switch systems were the same, like if they were all original Switches or, you know, I wish I could hit multiple of these at once, but there we go. If they're all original Switches, then a carrying case that fit anyone's system would be perfect. But people got Switches, people got Switch Lights, people got OLEDs, people probably have Switch 2s. And so you can't just make a one-size-fits-all thing like that. Huh. Is he gonna sit on that one? I mean, I know people that would like that, but it looks pretty painful to me. Almost got the alpha fletchling up there. What a cutie. I'm not really looking for a fight. I'm just passing through. That fletchling, you know, it's kind of aggressive though. It's had a habit of like just attacking me out of the sky, just dive bombing me. Ooh, Pokemon Center. See, now I have to run around and pick up every dang berry there is to try to find an Occa berry. You thought you heard a shiny noise? Like in the zone there? Or after when I came out? Oh, you are right. Good ears. Holy mackerel. I ran right past her without even noticing. Alright, big thanks to Blackhelm for pointing out that there was a shiny in there that I was looking right at and didn't notice, and he just heard it and pointed out in chat. And that guy's like a professional shiny hunter. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Starmie on high. Oh, she's definitely high on something. Do I even have a Starmie? I'm pretty sure I do. I don't. I have a Star U, but not a Starmie, and I'll bet. I guess I'm gonna have to go out and buy a water stone then. I should Mega Evolve Staryu or Starmie before talking to her again. Does she have some kind of a special dialogue if it's a Mega Evolved? Boy, I'm watching through the first couple seasons of the anime, mostly for the first time. Aw, cute little Eevee. Mostly for the first time because I actually never got a chance to watch like any of it as a kid, and haven't had time to sit down and watch the whole dang anime series. And they really did They really did Misty dirty. In at least the first couple seasons. Like, seriously, she should have absolutely dominated everything with Starmie. Starmie is such an absolute powerhouse in the first generation. And it's like a sin that she never once... I don't think she even... No, she definitely had a Starmie. She only ever used her Staryu. It's an absolute sin that she didn't get to really, really kick some butt as a gym leader. Oh, I don't have to buy it. I already got in the story, didn't I? I'm also currently working on my next video. I've got almost entirely recorded. I just need to actually scrape a bunch of anime episodes. So I'm working on a breakdown of how long Ash's Pokemon Master journey actually took. Like, how much in-universe time it took him to become a Pokemon Master. So where was that one? That was over here on Magenta Street, right? Oh, I'll mark that for later. And then... Oh, I guess there's one right behind me. Did I just walk right past him? I must have, yeah. God, this guy again. Jesus. Tyrant. Did I evolve? Did I get Tyrantum yet? I got a Tyrant, that's for sure. I don't want to do this guy's missions anymore. I'm just tired of him. I'm running the wrong way again. Okay, Unarada's reminding me that I asked him to remind me to elaborate on after like 3 badges or so. What? I'm drawing a blank. Elaborate on what again? Oh, all this trash left around Quasartico. They need to hire better janitors. Can't talk to him through the wall. This guy has drank one too many Red Bulls. So Focus Energy actually did nothing in the first game. It just plain didn't do anything except waste a turn. It was one of the many games that was poorly scripted, or one of the many moves that was poorly scripted in such a way that made it do absolutely nothing. You focus, I'll blast. We'll call it a focus blast combo. Sharpedo is no longer pumped up. Focus Energy guy, get it. Yeah. One of the tricks I learned from the great wizard Ebenezer is don't stand around waving your hands when a good thick club will do the job. There was another guy in here. Oh, Blackhelm, in case you haven't been paying attention, Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir EX is kind of a big deal in the trading card game Pocket right now, in the newest set. Ash turns 11 before his 13th badge. Yeah, actually, Ash turns 11 before, I think, the first episode we start getting backstory about Jesse and James, where we find out that they both went to, and I think they later elaborate, they met at this Pokemon technical school. And so Ash's 11th birthday actually would have been just a few episodes before that, and that's about 9 episodes into the series. It actually takes him over a year to get 6 badges. And then it seems like he gets the 7th and 8th badge in, like, a really short time, like just a couple of weeks even. It's like he, noticed that he was getting close and really locked in. Ooh, Did I get a King's Rock? I don't know when Tyrant evolves off the top of my head, but it's very clearly not now. Alright, look at that. We've cleared most of these question marks off. We're down to this last pizza slice. Heck, we're down to half the pizza slice. That's not accounting for all the ones that said to like come back later or bring stuff that I don't have yet or find me the perfect apartment. God. You know what? No, I want Slugoo out here. Jeez. I am terrified of this lady. Okay, let's battle. What do you got? You got Smeargle? I would love you if you brought Smeargle. That is very much not Smeargle. Are you kidding me? You're just gonna... Okay. Don't kill yourself. Let me kill you faster. I'm just gonna not do anything. Bring it on, Onyx. I'm literally just gonna let her defeat herself. It's fine. Lady, I don't think your Pokemon are strong enough. Oh, hey! Okay, I'll play. I actually love her. She might be a combat engineer. Wow, I got 2 bottle caps out of that. Oh, hey, it's Ash. The jeans, the blue jacket, the red hat, everything. Pikachu. You know what? I'm really happy they used Pikachu's actual, like, in-game sound effect instead of just making it say Pikachu. Man, I don't want to use a single Pokemon. I mean, okay, I'm fine using a single Pokemon, but I want other Pokemon in my party for the experience. Come on. How big is your Pikachu? Oh gosh. Okay. That's a high level Pikachu. You got me, kid. You got me. There's an easy win for this fight. What's that? What was that? A gimme cool? Hi, gimme cool. Oh, he's a cutie. You know, Mr. Blackhelm, that's actually a really clever and cheesy idea. I'm surprised I didn't think of it. Okay, the suggestion was to use Dig on Pikachu. And whenever this kid used Dig, to just use Dig myself. Because of timing, by using it slower, it should result in my Pikachu always coming in second. And getting a lot of damage pretty easy. I just have to wait for him to start using Dig and then use it myself. His comes up, mine comes up. Derp-a-derp-a-derp. Ow. And then run away enough that he can't use Iron Tail. Oh! Or he'll just use, attacks that aren't Dig. It's all good. I'll just level up a little bit and come back later. Meanwhile, I just need to run around looking for Occa berries. Right down here? Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe you're sick and you just don't know it. I love it. My Audino is really worried about me, so would you beat it up? Dee-dee! Boy, now I want to play Smash Brothers. I just want to run around as King Dee-dee-dee! To me, those were always the most fun matches. The ones who were just running around as a couple of goofy penguins with giant hammers and wailing on each other. That was just good, clean fun. Oh, okay. Take me to a restaurant. What? You literally only had one? Oh, you know where the cafe is, but you couldn't figure out how to get there. My gosh. Literally just a black screen of text. Boy, stuff like that really goes to show, that they spent less on this game than they did on the commercial on Sunday. Really? This was all just to get a Pokemon battle? I mean, I appreciate the realism. I had a taxi driver. I had a taxi driver challenge me to a fight once too. Yeah, but it's okay. I beat him up. You're also worthless as a trainer. Paid you and then beat you up and took about 3 times as much money. Oh gosh. Plus the 4 grand there. Yeah, I think that we're definitely at the point technologically where they could easily do voiceovers for most interactions, or at least important interactions like storyline cutscenes. Oh, that's not my Clawitzer. Ah, she took me all the way over here just to challenge me to a battle. You crazy lady. Yeah, honestly, I'm really looking forward to the Wind and Waves announcement in a couple of weeks here. Of course, I'm going out and assuming that we're going to get a Wind and Waves announcement. Ooh, that's a big old victory bell. Or a big old weeping bell, rather. Bye, guys! Thanks. You got any XLs? It's an adult. I don't know, sounds kind of childish to me. There we go. It sounds like a Pokemon. Ah, yeah, the Zelda movie should be out next year, too. Yeah, someone pointed out, isn't this also the, is this year also the 40th anniversary of Metroid? And we've heard basically nothing about it? Yeah, honestly, I don't care too much about the candies there, Mr. Blackhelm. Like, they're there. But also, whatever, I'm getting plenty of experience. You don't like Metroid? Metroid defined, like, pretty much defined the platforming genre. Is this literally just me running around in circles? Okay. Hi. Oh, I gotta punch the mouse. Yeah, this Dedenne here siphoning electricity out of the house reminds me of reminds me of that one Pokemon hentai comic. The official one that was actually released by the Pokemon Company. How is it turning the radio on, though? I guess you're just gonna have to catch it. Yeah. The Pokemon hentai comic. It was actually the very first Pokemon comic I read. And, as far as I'm concerned, still one of the very best ones. I think it's been out of print for like 25 years, though. Oh, there's... Oh, holy mackerel. Where did you come from? Wish for that. Get in the ball. Oh, that why... I don't know why I used a Premier Ball. That must have been an accident, but it worked. Wait, I just threw my Master Ball at it. Well, crap. That sucks. Oh well. I mean, I probably would have just sat on the Master Ball forever, which is generally what I end up doing. It's just way too easy to switch balls in this game. I keep on switching, like, into Premier Balls in the middle of throwing them and stuff. Anyways, yeah, so the Pokemon franchise has multiple different manga series. Pokemon Adventures, I think, is the longest running and most popular one, but the Pokemon Rebirth is an interesting one that I'm going to end up having to cover in a video at some point, because it's like people are literally merging with Pokemon, kind of like Power Ranger style, like the Pokemon turn into their armor almost. Yeah, sorry, Blackhound. What are you telling me to do nothing about? Because, like, by the time I see your text, it's several minutes later. I don't know what's up with that. Just a huge time delay. So yeah, several different Pokemon manga series, and actually a whole bunch of different Pokemon anime series at this point. Generations and Origins are both amazing. But one of the early manga series that they did was called was Pokemon The Electric Tale of Pikachu. And it was actually incredible. Oh, this is in name order. It was a really incredible manga that had like a just absolutely gorgeous art style. But I made Red. Remember, Ash isn't the main character in anything except for the anime. But Red ends up, finding a Pikachu that's like in the wall of his house chewing on the electric cables. His mom's like, "What is that sound?" He manages to make a hole in the wall and find Pikachu and puts a leash on it similar to the anime. It kind of follows. Wait until it starts raining? Heck no, wait. If I say yes, okay. Hey, it didn't even change time of day. Perfect. But yeah, electric hamster, electric Pikachu living in his wall. And so, he ties Pikachu up with a clothesline, which is, again, pretty similar to the anime. That's how Ash was originally walking around with Pikachu, literally dragging Pikachu by a string because Pikachu was not cooperating with him. And getting all amorous for Gary's sister and stuff like that. Well, it turns out that the artist for that was a pretty well-known mangaka, but also did several hentai under a different name, and you could really see it in his art style. For the American publication, they had to heavily censor the pretty much the entire book. Like when he goes to get the Cascade badge from Misty, in the original version, Misty's in this like slingshot bikini type thing that leaves absolutely nothing to the imagination. So in the American one, they just put her in a wetsuit, literally colored in like all of her skin between her neck and her ankles. They did similar things for Jessie because Jessie had enormous boobs, so they made them flat and also covered up her midriff and stuff. I don't think that they ever finished that series. I had managed to get a couple of volumes of it. I think I had the entire series as a kid, but when I realized that it wasn't going to continue, and also when I was moving across the country, I just kind of left it behind. So I recently went looking for another copy to add to my current collection, and they're incredibly expensive because I don't think that they've been published since they first came out in like 97, 98. We're just avoiding the spikes. Oh, that's gonna do nothing, isn't it? Target, come on. Stomp, just like Charizard. Charizard, on at least 2 different occasions in the anime, didn't want to play nice with the Pikachu. Not necessarily Ash's Pikachu. Ash's Pikachu or Richie's Pikachu. And so, when they were on the battlefield together, all he did was stomp to shake the ground to make Pikachu fall over. Oh, that's why. Oh, is it a flying type now? Right, because of the wings, it never comes down because it's so happy to be flying. Oh, well, I don't need to reset to get my Master Ball back. It's just a Master Ball. I can have 120 of them in Pokemon Red. Yeah, he did it in at least 2 episodes there, Unarata, the Charizard and the Stomping. It actually, Charizard being a jerk like that actually lost Ash his first major championship in the Indigo League. Like he was, let's see, he was in the top 16, I think. He was in the match to progress to the top 8. And it was against his new friend Richie, who we only spent like 2 episodes getting to know before they're like, oh yeah, they're best friends now. And Richie had basically the same team that Ash did, including his ace was his Pikachu. Wait, did I catch Diancie yet? I don't know. Hey, I get some more time to follow Emma. I like that. Anyways, so Ash actually was putting up a really good match against Richie, but then Richie sent out his Pikachu, and Ash was like, "Fine, I'm gonna send out Charizard." And at this point, Charizard won't play nice, and it just sort of laughs at Richie's Pikachu, and then stomps the ground a few times to bounce Pikachu like a little rag doll, and then decides to take a nap. Most important fight in Ash's life, and his Charizard takes a nap. Ah, gosh, I have to go and turn on tracking for this mission, don't I? It's an EX mission. Got it. Oh, wow. Yeah. Good thing it turned on, otherwise I literally never would have found it. Then, like, a whole freaking season later almost, when Charizard finally chills out and decides that he's gonna play nice with Ash, he, almost immediately Ash gets into a double battle and decides to use Charizard and... Oh, you know what? It's nighttime, so I'm not gonna finish this mission right now, am I? But Charizard doesn't want to play with Pikachu, so as soon as Pikachu comes out, Charizard immediately starts stomping and bouncing Pikachu. And then he and Pikachu are just shooting each other back and forth instead of fighting the gym leader. I feel like, crime's hard to do in the Pokemon world, hard to get away with. You got all these just plain magical animals that can use telepathy and turn invisible at will and all kinds of wacky stuff like that. Okay. It is nighttime, so I gotta go back and show this show this director my Starmie. Where is Starmie? Where? You're not Chestley? Gosh, what is up with that name? He walked chestily down the stairs. Alright, where was... Oh, a new one popped up. Wait. Are there some missions that only show up at night? Gosh darn it. You laugh about... You're over here laughing about the whole booming boobly down the street thing. But you know what? I played Soul Calibur. I don't think there's any other way to describe the way that Ivy fights. Okay, really big one. Which one is mine? Oh, can't even see anything through Patrick's butt. Ah, the illusion of choice. These Star Me, they're just happy to be appreciated. See how you scared the poor guy. Oh my gosh. Years time. Where is Blue Plaza? Like, is there actually going to be something there? I mean, okay, yeah, that's nice. All right, that's a one big zone. It's right next to another zone. Winnerata, you've never played any of the Soul Calibur games? Yeah, Ivy and Soul Calibur and basically the entire playable cast in Dead or Alive. I, I don't think that there's any way to describe the way they move other than boobing boobly. I know Ivy was your main in Soul Calibur too. I actually saw a guy recently. He did I think it was a YouTube short, but he was crying. He was like can I unmega evolve it? Here, stop being mega evolved. No, you can't stop being mega evolved. Well, crap. Okay. We'll figure the rest out later. Wait, I know there's an entrance. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Anyways, one of these sword tubers or whatever, the guys that they do content about like trying out different sword styles and stuff. He was trying out a whip sword, and he was not happy with it. Which makes sense because it doesn't really work well as a whip or as a sword. So realistically, all you're really doing with it is using it as a flail, kind of, I guess. Okay, that kid randomly saw me. Caught off guard? I had you targeted! Come on, caught off guard. I've been caught off guard where someone on a different platform saw me before. That was not caught off guard, though. Oh, impish mint? Just random mints laying around. Sneak up and start a fight using a fire-type move. That I can do. Where is my Charizard? I mean, I think I've got a couple flying type moves. That's better than burning, which I don't think I have anything actually. Okay. Anything that actually has burn. Blaze kick! Well, yes, I know Ivy's sword was magic and stuff, but she wasn't the only character with a whip sword. Gosh, I think it was Soul Count 3 that had a pretty robust character creator, and you could easily make all kinds of characters with whip swords. Okay, what was that, dude? It's like you weren't even. You're too big to go through the door. Stupid. Fold your wings and walk. Oh, that's not gonna do nothing, isn't it? Like, I honestly forget how many fairy-type Pokemon there are, and keep on trying to use... Alphas have the good stats, though! They got those triple bests! Better. Dang it, I want her to turn around. Look the other way, lady. Can I? I guess I could try sneaking. No, there's a blockade there. I can see. Yeah. Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. Fine, let's try the roof. I ain't got all day. Alright, see you later, Black Helm. Have a good night. You know, I'm realizing that, Ash... Oh, geez. Right behind me, huh? I'm realizing that Ash, with his Pikachu, it kind of explains why they never had him master Mega Evolution till, like, the very, very end. Because he didn't want to distract too much from Pikachu. And so they, instead of showcasing, it's so weird. Instead of showcasing the new gimmick for the generation, Mega Evolution, they had Ash get an entirely separate gimmick that wasn't in the game. They got specially added for just Pokemon Sun and Moon and then removed again, which was the Ash Greninja thing. But like, eventually they gave Pikachu the Dynamax factor so he could turn into gigantic chubby Pikachu. Okay, someone saw me and... Shoot, I don't have any Pokemon out. Eventually they gave Pikachu the Dynamax or the Gigantamax factor so it could turn into giant chubby Pikachu. And Ash, I think, eventually mastered Mega Evolution for... I'm drawing a blank. I don't remember which of his Pokemon was able to actually Mega Evolve. Oh, geez. It's your friend! But if he had evolved Pikachu, they could have revealed the new Raichu Megas there instead of here. Could have been one last showcase, like, this Pikachu so special, he's the first one that could Mega Evolve. But I mean, it already had Gigantamax factor, and that was a heck of a Pikachu. It had Gigantamax factor and a unique Z move. Okay. So yeah, I noticed there was one more. There it is. I wonder if that mission only shows up at night. I want to go check it out before it gets sunny. Okay, let's see what this is. Is this the guy that got scared from them yelling? Oh, no, it's... Oh, hi, Gumi. Well, here's the thing about Pikachu having the spotlight. The current set of game, or the current anime, it has a Pikachu, Captain Pikachu, but it's not like the main Pokemon. No comment. I don't talk to police. Lady, come back with a warrant. Well, you don't want to talk to police, huh? Well, in that case, this is police brutality. I'm just gonna whack you with electric to show you how OP I am. Police officers giving me bedroom eyes. You know, she's actually pretty stacked, so I mean, like, F the police in multiple different ways. Mm. I honestly forgot that you needed to wait for rain. Until, like, yeah, I was running around with Sligoo for a long time, wondering why the heck my Sligoo wouldn't evolve. Like, oh my gosh, how high of a level? How high of a level do you need in order to be able to evolve this Sligoo? Gosh. And then I wandered into an area where it was raining and it immediately showed that it was ready to evolve. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. Emma was just hungry. Did I just ask you out on a date? I think I just asked. Thank you, Mimi. You're hooking me up with with Detective Skin Suit here. Why does she have to Naruto run? Naruto running is entirely unnecessary for a detective. Oh, hey, can I finally put Staryu away? Or Starmie? No one should ever Naruto run. Literally, the only reason that it's used at all in animation is because it's cheaper to animate. You stick their arms back, you don't have to worry about animating their arms moving. And then you zoom in on their faces and you don't have to worry about their legs moving. You just animate the background. That's literally the reason behind the Naruto run. And it just looks freaking stupid. How did you guys get up there? I guess I probably have to go, like, the long way around? Hey, I'm a Pokemillionaire. See that? I could have just paid off Tawny's stupid debts. It was a good attack. There's still more. Some extra shards there. It was you, Emma. So the real psychic phenomenon was Emma all along. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to break those. Boop. There we go. This is way more complex of a chain than just go into the hole and catch Mewtwo. Oh, La Punny! We're gonna get married. That's why I got you a stack of diamonds. Oh shoot, I'm in the middle of a stealth rock. And more stealth rock. You're kidding me. How much stealth rocks have we got? All of them is the answer. All the stealth rocks. Gosh. That's a lot of stealth rocks for a very small area. Oh, hey. I'm not gonna marry you, Unarata. Because you are a Rata. Maybe if you were a Ratatata. That reminds me, I've also started working on the script for my Pokemon has a Kangaskhan. For my Pokemon has a furry problem video. Kanga. I don't know how both of those just totally missed it. Stay in the ball. There we go. This is the footage I needed for the video. I thought it was cut content. Holy mackerel. Bonk. I'm okay with the random Dratini. More Dratinis is always good for me. Taking a quick look around to see if I see any, like, outstanding alpha Pokemons or anything. Wow, it's just empty around Lumiose City. It's the first time I've gotten to the point where I could look around and actually see outside of it. There ain't nothing. It would be nice to put like a little town in the distance or something. Woohoo! Okay, that means that I've picked up every single... I guess there's still a few Pokemon I'm missing. That looks like a Drampa in the top middle. And a Clefairy. I'm not sure what that is. A Haunter? Let's fly to the Pokemon Center and heal up. And then go do a infinite battle or whatever before calling it a night. I don't know about 4K. All I did in my settings was switch it from record in the same definition as streaming to record in medium definition. We'll see how that goes, and if that's, hopefully it's a lot better. If not, then we'll try higher definition. Okay, who is my opponent this time? It's her. Okay, this lady. Burn! Oh, she's a dragon user. Right, okay, I'm just gonna blast right through all of her stuff then. That shot went straight through that door over there. It probably knocked down probably went into somebody's house and knocked over their couch. Okay, let's get out of the fire spin. There we go. I think the stream might be at like 216 or something. I don't know. I've got really terrible bandwidth over here and not exactly a high quality computer. Yeah, it's been recording in the same streaming definition. I didn't even realize that there was a way to adjust that. So, okay, that hurt. Ha! I knew you'd protect. Yeah, so we're just gonna see if that change has a positive effect on the YouTube videos. This is an experiment today. Yeah. Not so much, well, low-end computer, yes, but there are several places where you can come with run into a bottleneck. The internet is one of them. If I try to stream at too high definition, it's simply going to not work on this internet I have over here. Even if I had way better internet, I couldn't probably get the graphics much better than what I'm running right now because the computer doesn't actually have like a graphics card or anything. It's processing straight off of the main CPU. So either one would be an issue, and right now I'm just dealing with neither of them being particularly good. But there's also no way that I can afford to upgrade either in the near future. All right, so I think that just about does it for tonight. I will end the night at the cafe, actually. I can't sit down without ordering something. So, Thank you once again for joining me for another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Legends Z-A. I do this every Thursday. Make sure that you catch, every Wednesday. Make sure that you catch me on Twitch at twitch.com/Alolan_professor. Like, follow, subscribe, etc. And I will see you next time. Alola.